G'day peeps, my name is Tim and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the very first episode of the Seahound Project. So what is the Seahound Project? It's an idea and a concept to take a family from living on land, going off-grid on a yacht to travel around Australia. So what you're going to see during this episode is where we're at, what we're doing and what we can expect in the future. So at the moment I am filming in sunny Brisbane, and very shortly I'll be going down to the yacht, which is in Melbourne, to complete the fit out. And that's where we're going to go. So if you like the idea of going off grid and sailing, I'm not in the water yet. There's more to tell about that story. Stay tuned and like, click, subscribe and share with your friends. So how cool was that? Alright, the Seahound Project. It's about going off grid, living on a yacht and sailing around Australia. I'm going to show you very shortly some clips of where the yacht is, which is in Melbourne, a little bit of history about it, what its current state is and what it's going to be and what you can expect in the next few weeks. So enjoy. Okay, so let me now introduce you to Tamara Mara. Tamara Mara is a steel sailing yacht, and it is approximately, or just a little under 20 metres long, 5 metres wide, and it draws a depth of 1.2 metres. Tamara Mara was launched in 1992, and it was built by the O'Brien brothers out of Melbourne. Now the interesting thing about this yacht is it was designed specifically with a swing down keel, so the keel can retract inside the body of the yacht and allows it to go into shallow waters. It was designed this way because they wanted to take it across Europe and through the canals. Now I have been told that this yacht had been in the water for 8 years, and it travelled all the way from Melbourne to Tasmania, right up the east coast of Australia to New Guinea a few times. So it is well travelled and it is well seasoned. Now, unfortunately, it only had 8 years of sea life from 1992, and it came across an unfortunate accident where it ran up on a reef and damaged the swing down keel. So as a result, it was brought ashore and it was decided to do a complete fit out on it. Now, for some reason, for the last 20 odd years, it's been sitting untouched and unloved. No one has done any work to it whatsoever. So I've now got control of Tamara Mara. It's now owned by me, and I'm going to take the time to slowly repair it and get it back into the water. This is the frame that we made, and it now currently rests on that frame in a transport yard in Dandenong South. And I'm currently working on some internal parts to get it all ready for another move where it's going closer to the water. But I'll talk about that in a later episode. So Tamara Mara, there she is. All up, she will be about 42 to 45 tonne in the water. It'll have a engine top speed of 10 knots, and its sailing is just a little bit under that, about 9.5. And this is her once I finally got her in the resting place where she is now. And I took the time to film it on a foggy Melbourne morning, and you can just see some parts of the deck how damaged it is from waterlogging for the last 20 years of rain, and unfortunately no one has loved her. So I'm now going to love her and bring her into the 21st century. So what I'm going to do now is quickly talk about what's going to happen in next month's episode. What I'm going to try and do is bring an episode out every month, round about the 1st, give or take a day or two, depending if it's a Sunday or a Monday. But my intention is to try and bring it out at the same time so I can get used to the process and so I can get used to getting it ready on time. It's taken me a long time to get to this stage because I've been stopping and starting and redoing things for the last 8 months, and I found the simple approach, which is just me quickly introducing stuff, is the best way. I will then go on to show you where we're up to in relation to the keel, the deck situation, and also propulsion. So you'll get to see me putting the propeller on and getting the rudder on and getting it working. So that's all in next month's episode. So enjoy that. Now, the very last thing on this episode is going to be a tie-up with all the information that people have requested. Not all of it, just some of the good ones. It's been my pleasure to go through all the comments where people have patted me on the back and wishing me the best of luck. You've got no idea how inspiring that is to me, because taking a step forward in this sort of journey is a big step. And to find out that people are secretly wanting to do the same things and how they're inspired to do a little bit more keeps me going forward. So thanks for all the positive comments. I will respond to almost every single one of them if I can. Negative comments, probably not so much. Who's got time for that? But I do have time for positive comments and decent questions. Even though the questions that you'll see come up are tongue-in-cheek for this last bit, I will answer more serious questions as we go on, because there's more questions. I would imagine every episode would bring up more questions than we've answered. So take the time. If you're interested in something and you want to know something, just send me an email or a response to somewhere on Facebook or YouTube, and I'll do my best to respond to that in a following episode. And I hope you enjoy it, so I'll catch you very shortly. Alright guys, here we are again. We're going to do the final tidy up when it comes to the emails that I've got throughout the last 8 months. I'd like to introduce you to Celeste Piper, my youngest and my prettiest and my funnest. So hey, what have the emails been?
Alright, so the first question is from Grant Crossley, and his question is fishing charters or party boat?
Good question, Grant. Maybe both. Fishing charters, eventually, sure. I don't think I'll have a problem with that. I'll take 10 people and $100 off each one. That'll make my weekend really cool. Or party boat, same deal. Maybe the same cost for 4 hours out on the water. Sunset cruise, or New Year's, or I don't know. Well, we could figure something out. But at this stage, it's not set in stone. I've yet to get it in the water, mate. So thanks for the question, and keep throwing them at us.
Okay, next question is from Diane Lippiett. Where are you? What make and size is your boat?
Good question. Thanks, Diane. Being a salty sea sailor herself, she's asking the right questions. So I'm actually in Melbourne, at this very moment we're in Brisbane, but I'll go back to Melbourne and finish on the boat there, or work on the boat. And you'll see that on episode until we get it in the water. So it's an O'Brien Brothers boat, or O'Brien Brothers yacht, sailing yacht. It's got a swing down keel. It's about 42 tonne, does about top speed 10 knots, 5 metres wide, 20 metres long. It's got it'll have 3 master cabins in it, galley up. And yeah, should be really nice once I finish with it. Next question.
This is from Tamaray Fritz.
That's my little sister.
Are you becoming a big rig long distance driver in the new Mercedes open cab truck?
No. No. Next question.
This is from Paul Andrew Arthur.
An old shooting buddy from many, many years ago.
Are you a Chippendale? What's a Chippendale?
Next question.
Our most common questions is, are you taking crew?
I will be taking crew, and how that's going to be done is, the best way I can explain it is, as I'm leaving a port or going to a port, I'll put a call out for anyone who's interested to come along. It won't cost you anything, or for my mates, no problem. Just jump aboard, let's go. We'll go from one town to the next. So I won't be taking a crew. However, I will be able to sail the boat single-handedly, but I don't think there's any fun in that. I'd rather have your mates come along, or defence members, or anyone who wants to come along who's got an interest in this. So there will be components where I'll be sailing and I'll need the help, and I'll put a call out. So it will happen.
Okay, next question is, can I get a hat?
Short answer is yes. Long answer is no, not yet. I do have some merchandise, like I've just got my work shirts. This is just for me. Come out of my back pocket. The hat that you'll see on occasion, I've only got 2 of them. And I think 2 other black shirts that I wear on occasion that promote the Seahound Project. Now, as far as getting a hat, eventually I'll have merchandise set up and you'll be able to order that online. Hats, shirts, whatever you like. But one of the things I will do is I will get military coins. It was a thing we did in the military, is we used to have coins made, and as you meet people, you hand out a coin. So I'll have Seahound Project coins on one side, and on the back, I'm not sure what I'll have. Maybe a connection to some sort of military, assistance. Maybe like Soldier On. Maybe they'll help me sponsor that, but that'll come out of my pocket as well, and they'll be free giveaways. That's the only thing I'll give away for free. Everything else you'll have to pay for, like I have to do.
Second last question is, are you working for someone?
No, I don't work for someone. This is privately owned. This is owned by us, and this is our retirement plan, and this is what it's going to be for us going around Australia. So it's all out of our pocket. Okay,
last question. Not really a question, but most of our comments are from his injuries.
Yeah, I see where you're going here. Thanks. Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who do make comments. I do post a few photos of me, hurting myself. A lot of those comments have a lot of, harden up princess themes. I get it, yes. Wear a hard hat. Yeah, sure, I should. But thanks for those comments. Keep them coming. I appreciate the positive ones. The negative ones, I'll just simply ignore. I've got no time for that. And if you're going to say something funny, hey, make it clean and at least awesome. All right, none of that rubbish. But other than that, thanks for that. I appreciate your time. This is the end of the email questions and answers for this month, and we'll see what happens for next month. Bye now. Okay, babe, I've finally done it.
Done what?
I finished it.
Finished what?
The thing I've been playing with for days.